be too far away. I'm going to have a look what this guy's got. In this episode, folks, you'll see me pick up another 2 bikes from the same house. Tell me if it was an extremely sketchy move by the young kangaroo. 4 ag bikes to the collection now, so I think I better stop and fix them. I've got a yellow one, a green one, a blue one and a red one. Just a few more dollars. Can't really stare at the camera, but this is the hole, one of the holes, and I've hit calcrete, and it's pretty tough. So I'm going to use a jack and drill and chipping hammer and try and get through the calcrete. So I'm only about 600 down, so I need to go another 400. So a bit of a pain, but we work through things, folks. Yep, you watch me go. Yeah, watch me go. Carport time. We've got to go to the next town and pick the galvanised poles up, pole ends, put it in the ute, Y-O-O-T, ute. See if we can pick these bad boys up. They're 3.5 metres long and they're big size, so we've got our straps, we're all prepared and we're heading off. Yeah, I think it should be about 30-minute drive to get there. They close at 5, so we're going to be on time. Yeah, we're halfway, going for a pickup. Enjoying my sarnie sandwich. Is this the inn? Enter only. Rural steel, where the wire is. So we're just getting in here and they told us go where the wire is. So that's down here with the forklift, I would say. Yeah, there's the poles there now. So we can, where would we park? No, that's not it there. Customers in, here we go. Big sign, yeah. I don't know. My visualisation of how I'm going to strap it is changed. I was going to stack one on top of this one and another one and all 4 in one clump. But now I might just lay them 4 side by side. I think that's wisdom. Zero reaction. These are the 2 longest ones. Righto, here we go. So I've got to get this one up. Yeah, I've got it all together. Just got to strap it down. So it's all 4. And watch me work, folks. Oh, strap is caught underneath. Oh, you wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it. The same guy who bought a motorbike off, he's got a few more. So going for a trip out there. It's about an hour and a bit. So we're heading out to the sticks. Even though we're in the sticks. Yeah, it's a blue one and a red one. You know what that means? More money. So that guy is building a dam for the sheep. And you might as well build the dams now. We're heading towards Nate Yallick and then onto Denali, and that's about 40 k's out. And you can see this farmer over here, he's ploughing. And look at the dust. Look at the dust. We shouldn't be too far away. I'm going to have a look what this guy's got. Right, he's ploughing the paddock there, and we're going through like bull dust, right? He's just got a tractor and he's ploughing it there. We just hit May, start of May, and that's when you sow your field. That's when you plough your field. They've ploughed all this, ready for the rain. I don't know when they put the seeds in because they're looking for crops out here. So we're just arriving here. I don't even know the street, but he's rebuilding his little cottage, this fella. His name's Drew. We're back at the same place. Oh, so they can't see him. He's not even here. You there, Drew? Right, here we have it. A couple of fighters. The blue one of them goes apparently. Here he comes. Go, mate. Yeah, good. Oh yeah, no knob. Do you have a seat or not? No.
I've got a seat frame.
Oh yeah, that's all right.
The coil pack's broken, so when you take the tank off, you'll follow this lead up, and if you get a new coil pack,
plug and play.
Start, yeah.
So what do they call this one?
It's a Yamaha.
Ag.
Yeah, ag bike.
Yeah, because it's got the racks on it. Oh yeah, it's an ag. So it's a 100.
Yeah, it's a 100. Yeah.
100, and this one's 200.
Yeah, that's the 200 4-stroke.
4-stroke automatic.
Yeah.
Automatic. There's the old plate on it. It's registered. Before we load them on, I'll have a look at the parts. Has that got a headlight? So that's a headlight, just as well. That's valuable on its own. Yeah, no, we'll carry it together. Get it up. Just over a bit. Got the 3 bikes in the back. We just looked for the train station and there it is there. Oh, it's all boarded up. Right, we're going to Maryborough. Right. Come with me. Where's Maryborough from here? I think it's out the back there. Notice that people here in Maryborough, they're doing a tour of Maryborough and they've driven their old MGA cars. There they are there. And up here, all that noise, see up there, they're all bats hanging upside down. Drive the old cars, huh? They're MGA, that's a 1600. This is a Mark II. Mark II. Look at that cute little thing in the bonnet. Twin cam, 1600. 2, 4, 6, 8 of them. Just take this one, okay? We won't say anything.
Oh, that's the one he wants.
Oh yeah. So this one's a hard top. You can't take the roof off. I think they call them a fixed head coupe. Coupe. Here comes another one, a black one. So I got the key. So I'll just hop in one. See these, they've got steel wheels. See, they're steel. And all those others, all up there, spoke wheels. Geez, when I started riding, I've seen heaps of these on the road. Now you don't see many. That's probably worth about $15,000 to $25,000, that one. It's a 6-cylinder. It's a nice, pretty penny. It's a nice one. There's plenty of land for sale in Australia, of course, such as being a big place. But you want to be around a town so you can have a supermarket. That's a done deal, that one. So 600 square metres, and you can buy a block for 165,000, 600 square metres, and yeah, that's how much it is. So you have your neighbours close, or you can spread out a bit and you can get 10 acres. Where was it? 10 acres of bush block for 180,000, even cheap, about the same price. 10 acres there. Trusties. Just 5 minutes ago, I just had to have emergency braking. I would have slammed a big fat kangaroo, a big fat one. And if you want to know where they are, and you want to know if kangaroos are for real, have a look at the road. Have a look at the road here. And now look at all the kangaroos in the paddock. If you can zoom in, there would be 50 there, and they're all looking now. Look at them all. Now, if they decide to jump across the road and they do, and they're supposed to be sleeping, but they don't. They just eat. And at the back there's a clump of 30. And there's more over the road. So, oh, they just jumped over that fence on the left. Right folks, how cool was that kangaroo skipping across the road? But there was one before it. I said it was a fat one. That would have wiped our little car out. There's actually millions of kangaroos out there, and we were coming back just close to the evening, like 4:30, and that's a sketchy time to drive. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one, folks.